Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start in about a couple of minutes. Please stay tuned, get something to drink, and we're gonna be back soon. We just let more people to join, and the teams are also joining the server. So we're gonna have a couple of minutes delay, just waiting for the teams to join. Meanwhile, I'm setting things up for you. Just let me know if the audio quality is good, if you hear me well, and everything is fine with the video and audio. And we gonna start introducing the team once they are on the server. Stay tuned. We need to restart the server just because there was a hot fix yesterday, and we just found out that the missions are not updated. This way, we need to restart server with the updated mission. So it's gonna, let's say, bring a little bit of delay. Um, but in the meanwhile, I can tell you a little bit about the match today and the ATO, and maybe I could also share with you the standings. Let me get there. So I go to the official side. There is a tournament page on play, and there we can see all the information and the matches played and the standings. So the match today is being played between two teams from Group B, RedStar and InSky. With the latest updates of the points, RedStar's on the 4th place in the group table, following by InSky. So this match is very important. RedStar has 120 points more than InSky. So this way InSky can get closer to RedStar, and when they are doing very well, then they can overtake them and change the places in a table. Let me write for the guys once again that they don't need to take airplanes just because they need to restart server. I see they're taking planes. Sorry for the typing noise. So, okay. I hope they read this. Back to the group. The group B is being led by Harpia, followed by Sharpshooters and SPQR, and we have RedStar and InSky in the 5th place, 404, because of the recent situation in Iran and most of pilots not being able to join. What bad internet just dropped from the competition, so we have no 6th team in the group B. We're gonna have 2 ATOs together as always, and the first round is gonna be the ATO 2, followed by the second round, which RedStar has chosen ATO 4 to be flown against InSky. For those of you who are not familiar with all these, so there are tasks every team should fulfill in every round, and they're called so-called ATOs. Different maps, different weather conditions, and different constellation. For the ATO 2, which InSky has chosen to fly as blue team, they have 6 aircrafts. 4 of them are air-to-air, 6 and 2 other are air-to-ground, and the red side, which are the defenders of the ground object, they have 6 air-to-air for sure. The blue side has the advantage of weapons, gonna get into that. The only thing is that this is a Persian Gulf map. You're gonna fly Qeshm and Al Ain. Daytime, fine weather, broken clouds, but no AVAX, and this is a challenge. More later on to the armament. So we just wait a little bit till more people join the stream, and also we restart the server. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna start in a couple of minutes. Once again, the ask to the viewers, if you could let me know if you have any difficulties with the audio or video, gonna be very good. I appreciate that. Just to be able to set up everything the way that you can enjoy it. I apologize for the delay. Um, I'm also waiting for the right mission to be uploaded. After the upload is done, then we can let the pilots join the server and tell you more about them. But for now, what I can tell you, InSky is a Chinese team. Have been participating in the past in several tournaments. So you have been watching DCS tournaments in the past. Maybe you know them. And RedStar is a multinational, let's say international team. Quite new, but they have performed very well. So I'm excited to see how they are doing tonight. So let's go through the armament when we have time to see what are the loadouts. For the ATO2, the blue side is allowed to take a limited number of BVR missiles, means Fox 3s, and the air to grounds are only allowed to just take bombs with them. And for the red side, who are the defenders, they are only allowed to take infrared missiles with them. So given you're flying an F-16 air to air, you're allowed to have 2 AMRAAMs and 2 Sidewinders. And if you're flying, let's say JF-17, 2 SD-10 and 2 PL-5, so always 2 Fox 3s and 2 Fox 2s. What kind of AMRAAM do you take with you? Let's say Bravo or Charlie, it's up to you. And F-14 is allowed to take any kind of missiles with it, but it's restricted to 2 in total and 2 M9 mics. So tanks are allowed, chaff and flare are allowed, and fuels allowed as much as you want. And for the red side, you have only 4 IRs per aircraft if it is Jeff. So it's 4 PL5s, and if it's F-16, F-18, and so on, so AIM-9 mic or less. The server should be restarted any moment. Because it is the Caucasus map at the moment running, I can show you where the match is gonna happen. For those of you who are familiar with the Persian Gulf map, you know where Al Ain is and where Qeshm is. Qeshm is an island in Persian Gulf, very close to Hormuz Strait, or Strait of Hormuz. And Al Ain is one of the Emirates in the United Arab Emirates. So we're gonna have a south to north or north to south, how you want to see it. Path of flying, so it's gonna go from Al Ain towards north and from Qeshm towards south. And the engagement or the bullseye will be somewhere over water in the Persian Gulf. So no terrains and nothing to hide behind. This is somehow helpful because there is no AWACS in the map. We talk about the Group B. There is another group consisting of 6 teams. At the moment, 343 Naval Air Group is leading that group, followed by Phoenix Task Force and 51st. They have good chances to just qualify from that group. The rest of the teams are playing for points. I don't believe that they're gonna qualify just because the gap between the first 3 and the last 3 teams, which are Taktische Luftwaffengeschwader 66, Night Owls, and TFS 81 plus Nemesis HAW is too big. The other group is a little bit different. If RedStar collect a lot of points today, they can pass SPQR and they can get very, very close to the sharpshooters and then it is very open who is going to qualify, because sharpshooter is only 5 points behind Harpia. So the first and second team are quite same point, and SPQR and RedStar have good chance to just qualify as a second team here. So very, very close competition in the Group B, where the Group C is not that, let's say, close. 51st has a still good chance to qualify. For me, 343 Naval Air Group is qualified already, and then they go into the elimination round, where we are also in streaming for you. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation, Shiny Carp. Good to know that the audio quality is well this time. I have always difficulties with the audio. I'm not the professional streamer. I help a little bit here out with stream, and so many devices using the audio, and I have no mixer and anything, so I try to just set up everything manually every time. It's always very tricky. That sounds works well with me. We're still waiting. For your information, this is live, and in live sessions things like that happen. This is a good thing that we are live. The bad thing is that we need to live with those delay, and just to make sure that nobody from the flying teams is following, we are streaming with 60 seconds delay. So what you're seeing has happened a minute ago. So we're not quite live, but very close. It is just because to make sure that the sportsmanship is guaranteed, and nobody is looking and giving any tips to the pilots who are flying. So how are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Write in the chat what team you're supporting, and what do you think, which of these teams gonna make most of the points out of this match. As you may know, the blue team is able to collect points. So for the first round, it's going to be InSky who's collecting the points. They have also decided themselves to apply ATO2. And in the next round, the other team is going to take that decision. And they have already done that. And they have chosen ATO4 to fly as blue. Uh, this happens with regards to how do you think you do with that ATO, uh, with regards to the pilots that you have, the skills you have, and also the skills and pilots the other team has. So you decide what ATO want to fly versus the other 5 teams, 5 ATOs, 5 opponents. So you choose only 1 ATO per team, and you cannot take that ATO and fly that against another team as blue. Yeah, Shiny believes that InSky is gonna make that. I have seen a lot from RedStar, to be honest, just because I'm doing these streams, so I'm forced to see. And they were surprising good. InSky also, each team has the same possibility and chance to perform. I can remember we did very bad versus 51st, but did very well versus other teams. So it's always different from match to match because you fly different scenarios. In one scenario may be good, in the other one not that. So now the server, sorry, is started, and we are allowed to take the game master. Now we have the right map. Okay, I just told you nonsense. I said that the bubble is gonna be over the water, which is not, which is also stupid because there is a ground target, and the ground target cannot be over water. Okay, apologies for that. So the blue is gonna start from Al Ain, gonna fly straight to the north where they meet the red guys somewhere around Al Ghawain, very short to Ras Al Khaimah International. We're gonna take a look at the red side just because we are gonna focus on blue side's takeoff. These are the guys who are taking the points. So it's important to see if they are going to manage to do a formation takeoff to collect those points. Because of that, we take a look at the red side first and then move over to the blue side. Okay, so far we have one F-18 and one Mirage 2000, and one MiG-21. Mix of airplanes. There is no AVAX here, so it's gonna be quite helpful if you go for aircrafts which are able to communicate with each other. To share data. That makes everything easier when you take different kind of aircraft who are not sharing information with each other. For example, F-14 cannot share data with F-16 because they use different kind of data link technologies, or you're using aircrafts who are having no data link at all, or they're not sharing that because they're not from they're NATO Russian aircrafts. Going to be difficult, especially when you have no AWACS. But this is calculated, this is wanted. Quite surprised to see how the guys act. We have the air boss. The air boss is a neutral person. It's kind of referee, and the referee is there to just make sure that the guys have the right loadouts and explain them what they need to, let's say, know, and what the rules are, to just repeat that again to make sure that no mistakes gonna happen. I'm sorry. So we had a delay of half an hour, which is very unfortunate. I apologize again on behalf of the whole people, teams, and organizer. I'll let you wait for the start. Okay, more aircraft has joined. We see two flankers. Let's take them. We have Noel in the MiG-29S. We have Yusuf in J-11. And we have Aaron in the Sukhoi 33. Where Wisdom, Finch, 9X, and Senek gonna fly Mirage 2000, F-18C, and F-16C Block 50. So 6 aircraft, none of 2 are same time. Interesting. So I'm happy I have the skins at least. So at least the J11 has the right skin. I don't know if the Sukhoi 33 has installed the skin on his machine or on her machine. I can also see the skin on F-18, F-16, and Mirage 2000. There's no skin. Not sure if they have a Mirage skin at all. So let's move to the other side. From our perspective, the side that we need to just have a focus on. See what they're having. So, on the runway, Vuwai with F-16, Dreamwalker F-16, HTWJ123, so I call it 123, F-16, Yanyu F-18, and 5G is on F-16, and Kainiao, I hope I pronounced it correctly, also F-16. So our Chinese friends are all in NATO aircraft. I don't know if I had any skins from these teams. Loadouts are getting checked by the Airbus. As I said, the air-to-air aircraft are allowed to take 2 Fox 3s and 2 heat seekers with them. We have no AVACs. We have flat area, no terrains, no hills, no mountains. The difficulty is just for the air to ground guys. I can show you. There are lots of spots around the 2 targets, which makes it quite difficult for the air to ground guys to just see those targets with their eyes. So you see, when you get close to them, you don't recognize that well. So you need to get very close to see them and be able to drop the bombs if you do CCIP. When you do laser guided, then you can do it from a position far away, and you're also on the safer side. You can fly slowly and just focus on the target till the hit happens. So we see the InSky side already. This way we're gonna go back to these guys to make sure that we just don't miss the takeoff. Get a good view here. Sorry. You're waiting for the RedStar to get ready. Okay. They need a little bit. InSky team has a better chance of cooperation and communication, as they're all using or flying NATO aircraft. And NATO aircrafts which are capable of exchanging data via data link, because all of them are using link 16. And this way, when one of these aircrafts see the target, the other one's also seeing, because there is no AWACS in the area. RedStar are gonna have a hard time because there's no AWACS, and I think only 2 of them are able to share data link with themselves and not with the others. This way it is quite difficult to have a good situational awareness. Very excited to see how it's gonna be flown. Asking if InSky needs to refuel. Okay, ready is also ready. Let's see if InSky needs to refuel or not. If not, we're gonna start. Okay, great. They don't need to do that. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Okay, we're gonna watch the blue side as they're going to have a formation takeoff. Formation takeoff brings them point. And formation takeoff is defined by the organizer as a two ship takes off within 2 seconds. So once the first aircraft has just lost the contact to the ground, the second one should follow within 2 seconds, which is done. Perfect. So we have a valid takeoff, a valid formation takeoff. It doesn't matter how close they are while in the air. The only thing that counts is that these guys start with 2 seconds time interval from the airfield. So let's check if the others are also going to follow and perform. We just missed the second 2 ship, but we still can see the third 2 ship. Oh, very close. I leave it to the Airbus. Sorry. To decide. After the match, the TAC view files are being studied, and then the Airbus decides if the points go to the team for any kind of task or not. I don't know if it's the sound is high here. Can reduce the sound a little bit so you can hear me better. Okay. While we're watching this, guys, we can also watch the attack view. This is a great stuff, as we can see better as the DCS map offers, because we have everything in 3D here, and we can focus on aircrafts and get multiple information shown or displayed. So let's take the formation while we're watching the InSky team ingressing. They're over the cloud and they're doing a separation between themselves. I'm just missing one here. 245. Let me check if there were a disconnect. Yep. I think we have a disconnect here, which is very pity. I can see, who am I missing? Oh, no. Here we have two aircrafts which are flying in a very close formation. Hard for me to recognize, but hard also for the enemy to resolute. So we have a two ship front left, two ship front right, and two ship following. So let me see who is the air-to-air and who is air-to-ground task. So the first blue guys are actually the ones who are going to secure the area in order for the bombers to be able to do their job. So F-18 is one of the sweepers. We're gonna follow him. So probably the first missile is gonna be fired by them. See if I can still reduce the world. Should be good now. Okay, InSky is separating here, while RedStar is also separating. They're trying to put the, let's say, the number of their aircrafts in the center, while Plasma and Null are taking advantage of having no AVAX, so being kind of invisible when they are not in the radar beam of InSky team, and go outside of the bubble area, the bullseye area, and try to flank them from their left side. So very, very dangerous here. So let's see what Plasma is doing. He is about 34,000 at the moment, flying 1.7 Mach. And now, InSky has just found out that they're getting flanked from their right side. So 123 and Kanyao are heading there, while Wuwai and Dreamwalker are making sure that they have secured the center. So the first missile is going off the rail here, as I thought, from F-18 on the Mirage, and Mirage is using its countermeasures to avoid and deny that missile. The same situation here. I think we have one killed. We have lost Plasma. We didn't see it, but his missiles are on the way. They're not going to do anything. And we have 6v5 at the moment. We're gonna take a look at the TAC views afterwards, so we're not missing any kills. Aaron is here on Yeonyu. Yeonyu is turning back. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't ask 5G to help me, because Aaron is already the lock and is ready to fire and is waiting for the moment. What is he doing at the moment? He should fire at any moment, and he does. He does fire an R-73, but Yeonyu is not waiting there. He is also maintaining a lock very quickly. I'm really wondering why the R-73 didn't went out earlier. So look at that. We have only one red guy is still alive. Let's take him and see how he's doing. So the only red standing is Finch 9X. Taking them. Have him. And also here on okay, he's head on Yeonyu. F-18 versus F-18. Mano mano. Let's see who fires the first missile. Oh God. Finch hasn't seen Yeonyu coming at all. I didn't see anything being done to counter and deny Yeonyu with that. Let's take a look at the TAC view only. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue aircraft remaining. These guys need to do the bombing job. This way we're gonna focus on the bombers now. Going back to the split screen. I just need to find those bombers. Here we have Kanyao is one of those bombers. We have him on both screens. how he do it. Oh. Okay, he's 0.69 Mach fast. Diving on the target at any time. Build a 45 degrees for the CCIP. Air brakes goes on. Speed of 0.45, 0.5 is pretty much well. The first target just hit. Very well done. So let me take the other target. Here we are. The red smoke marks where those targets are, make it a bit easier to be found. So you have a little bit of assistance. So here we go. We have the other target here. We have Kanyao again. Coming down on the target. Dropping and heating. Very well done. With that, the objective to hit the targets is accomplished. Let me check if we have any points for being able to land. Usually there is. So yes, if you do an overhead brake to land at home base with minimum 1 aircraft, you can get 5 points. So you're not allowed to go around. You should do an overhead brake. There is a bonus point where 4 Blue Force fighters survive and land back safely. Sorry. So formation takeoff, 5 points. Got it. Destruction of 2 targets, 30 points collected. You get 10 points for every kill from the red side. Did 60 points. 5 for every loss, -5. If they make to get back home with 4 fighters, they have collected all possible points, but 5 minus friendly losses, which is incredible. So here, let's go to the attack view while these guys are getting back home and watch what happened. And then later on, we're gonna show you the landing and how they're doing the overhead brake. So I play a little bit back. This is the good thing with the online with the live telemetry, and we can see what happened here. Make it a bit faster. Fast forward. So here was the trick. Plasma and Null were trying to flank from the left side. Went in. The first kill we saw was on the top side, while we and not seeing this side of the bubble where Plasma and 123 were engaging. You have Plasma and Sukhoi 27. The R-73 goes off, and 123 is very successful in countermeasuring that and firing a 120C on Plasma, which hits, and we lose here 123 or not? No. So he is successful in countermeasuring the second R-73. None of them hit. Very lucky here, the 123, but very well performed. So here was the one kill. On the other side, we had also one kill. Here, as we saw, Yan Yu took Aaron. I was wondering why Aaron was not shooting. Waited so long, even though he should have had the lock here and should have been able to fire from distance, which is 5 nautical miles head on, very fast. I would have also used a non-IR missile. Strange. Okay. So let's see what's happened here in the center of the bubble. We had Yusef, we have Finch 9X, and Noel ingressing. This is quite a 3 versus 2 position because the Wu Wai is very far away. Can't help these guys at this moment. Cagnano decided to go cold, leave Dreamwalker alone. Finch is going to a beam. Noel's ingressing, he's on Wu Wai, and Yusef is on Dreamwalker. Dreamwalker fires from about 14,000 altitude and aim 120C on Yusef. Yusef goes into a split S, tried to notch it, but unsuccessful. And here we lost also Noel, as you see, as Wu Wai has fired 120 on him. He goes into defensive. He's too high. He's not going to the full split S. Last minute tries to notch it. Unsuccessful. The other side we lost Aaron, as you saw. And we have only Finch here. Last man standing. And then very difficult for him. 1 versus 5. And he should be got by Yan Yu's IR, I think. Why is not firing? There's no M120 probably. So get close to be able to use that IR, which is not going off. But Yan Yu has 2 IRs left and does the job. With that, we get back to the DCS map and see how these guys are doing. I picked the Wuwai with air brake up on, landing gears down, doing the approach. So they need to do that overhead brake. Let's watch them doing this. So we have one landing on the left runway. It is not a runway at all. I think it is the taxiway. So we have one landing on the taxiway by the F-18 and the F-16 SATs. Yeah, on this runway, the other F-16 decides to go for taxiway either. So this is up to Airbus, sorry, to decide if the landing is valid. We leave it now to the Airbus, but they are all back home safe and sound. Not all yet. So we have still 2 airframes in the air. F-16 is coming, landing gears down. Coming in. 165 knots. Perfect landing speed for F-16, and he touches down with 115 knots. Beautiful. Nose wheel still high, putting it down. Well done, sir. So the last man, our last F-16. Solid job by InSky. I should give Shiny right, even though he has got to go and it's not with us anymore. He was tipping that InSky is doing well. It was correct. Plasma is saying if I can show what happened to Plasma and where's. Yeah, probably I can. So we saw that all together, but I can repeat it for you here. So Plasma, we're coming from left, try to flank, use the, let's say, take advantage of the absence of AVAX. Let me reduce the music a little bit. While we're watching the landing here, I move to the split screen. Okay, the last one's landed. So I show you very quickly the TAC view. And here what's happened, plasma goes um, left or blue or right from the blue side's perspective, fires, as we saw, two R-73s, going to the split S to be on the safe side. 123 does a very good job countermeasuring them. So the first R-73 went for the flares, and the second one didn't really hit, even though tracked. And in the meanwhile, there was 120C from 123 side who took down plasma. So, and what happened to Wiz, we saw here also, he went in, he was very high, and there was an engagement here. He was probably quite sure that Yan Yu is not seeing him because he's so high, and he got surprised, but he's 120, and you have no chance and you fly so high. Difficult to notch, difficult to dodge, difficult to split S. But even though he did very well with those countermeasure, we need to live him. And then continues here, but kinda, I don't know what happened to him. He's high, broke something. Can't tell you. You're at 15,000 feet and 2.1 Mach explodes. High speed, 2 Mach speed. Mirage doesn't like it. Can't tell you. We see our last man is still taxi, so we'll wait till he gets out of the server so we can restart the server with the other ATO, which is going to be ATO4, and we're going to be back soon. Don't go anywhere. Grab something to eat or drink, and you're going to be back in about 5 minutes.
Copy both flags.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the nasty weather of Caucasus. Other than the first round, we have rain, we have clouds. As long as you're under the clouds, you're going to get wet. And this is where the most engagement is going to happen. This is the ATO4, where we have different tasks to fulfill. The ATO4 is being played between Tbilisi and Sukhumi, the Caucasus, as I said, daytime but rain and overcast. The difference is we have AVAX here, which helps with the situational awareness. One difference that we have no ground targets. So this is a pure air-to-air battle. And with regards to the armament, we have a kind of unlimited loadout of your choice. There are banned weapons like AIM-9 X-ray, but if you have an F-18, for example, you can have 10 Fox 3s and 2 IRs with a load of missile. It's a huge load of missile. F-16 can carry maximum 6 Fox 3s this way. Not that much. But it's always the pilot, as they say. Not the airplane. And not the missile. What points the blue side can collect? They get 5 points for a valid formation takeoff with minimum 2 ship. They get 15 points for every bandit kill and -5 for every friendly loss. Friendly loss means that if it's got hit by the other side. Landing at home base with minimum 1 aircraft is 5 score. 3 kills by any single pilot, so 10 points. And hitting ground C over stress or fratricides, friendly kill -5. We saw overstress in the first match. Wiz in Mirage 2000 flew over 2 Mach and exploded at 15 Angels. Very ridiculous. I don't know the limits. I have never flown Mirage, so we need expert to comment on that. See, RedStar pilots are taxiing and joining each other on the ramp. So red is in Sukhumi and blue is in Tbilisi. We grab one of the blues. Because we have no air task order or task orders or tasks, it is allowed for sure to fly different airframe. So this time Wiz has decided to get into a JF-17. JF-17 is limited to 4 SD-10s and 2 PL-5s. Then we see Noel also changed the airframe. He is flying a 15. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fox trees. Unbelievable. Followed by Senec with 6 fox trees. Then we have here Plasma in J11, 2 R73s, 2 R27 ERs, and 4 R27 ETs. Sorry, 2 ETs, 4 ERs. So 2 infrared guided and 4 radar guided. But have a look at the other Sukhoi or J11. Oh, J11. Aaron is also in J11 this time. He has decided differently. He has 4 R73s, 1 ET1 ER on every side, and 4 R77s under the belly, which are also radar guided. Yusef, F-16, typical 6 fox trees. Finch 9X. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AMRAAMs and 2 IRs. Decides himself for the external tanks. And these guys are probably ready. Take a look at the other side. How the red want to hold against the blue side. You have F-16 here. Huawei hasn't loaded out yet. And we have 1 F-16 in 3 fox trees. Probably Huawei is gonna also decide himself for the same loadout as the other F-16 here on the runway. And we had here 1 F-18 with similar loadout as the one on the blue side. They all decided to take wing tanks with them, which limited the number of the missiles they can take with each other, with themselves. So we have a crash of a game on InSky side. Take your time, sir. You see the nasty weather? The good thing is that the aircraft guys, because there is no ground target, there are also no air-to-ground guys. So you're not forced to find any kind of ground targets in that air and rain. That would be very difficult for the CCIP. Even though most of the ground targets in most of the missions are marked by smokes, but even though it helps when you have your lights on. The F-18 has decided not to do so. I see F-16s have their lights on. Helps a little bit in this weather, especially in the night missions. You can see the soup out there, almost impossible to see someone from 1 nautical mile or something. Thank you. The red side is ready now. We are waiting for the blue side. Blue needs also a little bit. We need to stand by. Let's move to the other side, just because we need to watch the takeoff of the blue side. The engagement gonna be in this area, which is high terrain, I would say. Not that high as this section in the map, but still lots of terrain and hills over there where you can hide and pull those missiles into the ground, which are flying towards you. I believe the second round is gonna be a bit longer from time, just because you have AVAX, you have better situational awareness, and you see where the opponent is coming from. To experience less surprise. The first two ships are Finch 9X and Null. We're gonna watch these gentlemen. The canopy closest. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. I would say it is a valid takeoff. What do you say? For me, it looked like valid. Beautiful scenery. Let me, if I can take the other guys while they're taking off a little bit late. Sorry, I was setting up things. But we saw a valid takeoff. F-16, MiG-29s, usually rivals, wing in wing. Oh, sorry, it's not MiG-29. Sorry for that. It's a flanker. J-11. Let's see who we have here. I just go for the labels here. So at Senec and Plasma, last two ship, Yusuf Aaron and Noel and Finks. Sorry, Finch at 9x. So Wiz is not there this time. Wiz is the pilot with the Mirage 2000. Was very unlucky in the first round. So we here again have three. It was the blue side last round who had the three two ships. So now again we see three two ships from the blue. Even though different team ingressing. And on the other side, we have also kind of, when I count Kanyao and 1, 2, 3 in one two ship, which are quite separate from each other. Then we have also three two ships on the red side. I believe that the first missile kind of fired by F-15. I don't know why. This is my assumption. This way I'm gonna focus on F-15. And go with you guys to the attack view split screen. To show you a little more than DCS map can offer. So you see two teams here ingressing, they're burning fuels. Kanyao is about 35,000 feet high. Dreamwalker is 38,000 high and climbing. So all of InSky people are over 30 angels. And it's quite the same also for the blue guys. They go high because the fuel consumption is less in the altitude. If you burn, you may go fast in low altitudes, but you have higher fuel consumption. So you go high, you go fast, you even save fuel. And these guys want to be fast when they meet each other, just to be able to fire the missiles. The more kinetic energy you have, the faster your missile comes off the rail and can reach its higher speed by its own engine or motor. So teams are entering the bubble. There is a bubble there, even though you cannot see it. Once they're in the bubble, they need to make sure that they kill the other side till they're allowed to get out of the bubble. bubble starts somewhere here. So these two are in the bubble, and these guys are also in the bubble now. So here we have, when you want to say, a 6-ship box formation. So Kanyao and 1, 2, 3 are probably going into the chainsaw, where Dreamwalker is going to do the same with Wu Wai, and Yanyu gonna do the chainsaw with 5G on the right side. Yeah, the blue side, you have 3 people here. Yusuf is following, and Plasma and Senek are separating to spread into the battlefield. Okay, as you see on attack view here also, Noel and Finks are going to depart and go to the defensive position. And the first missile is going off the rail from Aaron's J-11 on Cagnano. But he's already cold, and this missile will not harm him. Dreamwalker shoots the first missile, 120. I'm not sure if it's going for Yusef or is it on Aaron. You're gonna see that. But this missile is not doing anything because they're already in a notch position. And as you see, the missile is not tracking any longer. So I can't tell you for whom it was. So the grinder is happening here. Wuwai and Dreamwalker out grinding. And here's also a grinder or chainsaw with 1, 2, 3 and Cagnano. Missile exchange between these guys. You have R27ER and 120 exchanging. Probably no danger. Lots of missiles are being exchanged here on the northern part of the screen. And the map for sure. Let's see what this 120 is doing. It's not harming anyone. Change to satellite to see a little bit better. So we have Plasma here. Let's see him. Firing the missile, going to the defensive. Not fully. He's going to be in position just to make sure that he can guide the missile till it goes active. But this 120 denies him. He just go into the defensive position to just dodge this 120, and Cagnano is already cold So this way, the R-27ER is no harm going to the ground. So we have 2, 2, 6 on the blue side and 6 on the red side. As I said, this is gonna be a longer round just because we have AVAX here. You have better SA, you're not getting surprise. So this way, the round takes a bit longer. But once the missiles fly, then like here, when the missiles fly, the situation changes. As soon as you lose 1 or 2 airplanes to the bandit, then they are going to outnumber you. Have we had? No. Here we have 2 ships flying very close to each other here. I don't understand why, to be honest. Because you need to have a little bit of spread. Maybe they are trying to simulate one aircraft. But I don't know what's the point here. Did you fly so close to each other? Here we have them on attack view 2. I don't know what's the point. If you know, write in chat, are they simulating only one aircraft to make the opponent think that they have lost one? I don't know. Here we go. You have 120 coming out of off the rail from Yusef going into the ground, and the Dreamwalker's missiles probably also going to the ground or getting dodged by Yusef. Shouldn't be any difficulty. Just because Dreamwalker goes into a split S, pull that missile into the ground, and Yusef is fast enough to deny that missile. Still 6v6. These teams are very careful. The reason is the blue side want to take that points home, and the red ones, if they make to deny them, they can also make the gap bigger in the points out of this match. So our 2 ship is ingressing now. F-18, F-15 couple. Here we have them. Sorry. Where are they? Here. They're ingressing. They're far away. They left these 4 guys alone with 6 red by being so far away from the battlefield. So we have Aaron and Dreamwalker in exchange. These missiles were not harming any of them. They have no juice. The only one who has a little bit more juice is this 120C, but Aaron is doing serpentine, pulling G's, and it's not tracking anymore because he's lost the track because Aaron was out of the missiles cone. Here we go. Let's see if we can take this missile. I can see the aircraft. But it's not able to track him, you see. He tries, or she tries, but loses the target. Here we have 120. Which is hitting. Another one. Let's see if I can take it. Here one is also flying into the ground. One R-27. So the blue side is down to 4, while red is still 5. We missed some kills. We're gonna see that in TAC view later. Let's pick up Yusuf. Here he is also on attack view. It's a good position to fire. Null is also in very good position to fire. He's 38,000 feet high, 1.3 Mach. He goes into the dive while Yusuf fires 120C on Vuwai, and Vuwai answers with another 120, which is not tracking. And then Null decides not to fire while Prosma fires one of those R-77s on 123, who is already cold, so the missile is no danger. Still 4-5. Difficult situation for blue. This is not what they had thought, but it is still not the end of the game. 120 here from 5G on Null, who is very fast, over 1 Mach, 12,000, go into the notch, decides the notch, he trusts the notch, and he got paid. This missile is no harm, lost track. Let's get Null. Watch him on TAC view. While we have Yusuf in F-16 on display. 120 goes off the radar from Null. 120C is on him. He's go for a notch. Not a successful notch, but the missile goes into the ground. Just because he just went this way down, pulled the missile into the ground. Very well done. Still 4v5. Finch is pulling off. I don't know where he's going. Wuwai with another 120 on Null. Null goes for notch. Notch works. And then the missile decides to go for another target, which is quite weird. But Plasma does a good job. Here, Cagnano. Again, another 120 on Plasma. Is he successful in notching him? The notch doesn't work. 5 versus 3. Finch is not happening at the moment. Leave the ground to Null and Yusuf. Does Finch has any issues with the aircraft or Winchester? Here Null makes to take down one of the red pilots. I missed the name. Cagnano is on him. Has a better resolution here. Doesn't see him or has no missile to fire. This gives the Null the opportunity to turn back into him. While Cagnano is in merge with Yusuf. We see the view from Yusuf aircraft on the DCS side while trying to dodge multiple missiles. 2 of them are tracking, 1 not. He turns into the another missile. I think he hits the ground trying to dodge and notch multiple missiles at the same time. Here Null has a very good chance. Let's get him. Here we have Null. Hopefully not going to the ground. Noel is in trouble. Getting followed by 5G. And had a good situation to kill 123 at this moment. But is not successful. He's dead. Now, Finch. Multiple missile fire got down by 120C from 123. Everything's going very fast. We're gonna probably see later on in TAC view. So, 4 red aircrafts in the air. They don't need to RTB because they don't get any points. They denied the blue side. Shiny was right. InSky did a very good job. Congratulations. So let me go to the TAC view only and repeat and to see what happened. It all went very fast. A little bit more back. Okay, here's where the first missile exchanges happen. Do a fast forward. Teams are doing the grinders where possible in 2 ships. For me, the decision to just leave the other 4 aircrafts alone with 6 reds was not quite right. They couldn't stand the ground here. Look at that. These 2 ships need to confront 4 ships. A 4 ship from the red side. And this way, they were outnumbered and had a difficult job to stand here. So Noel and Finch are not taking place at the moment. And then we focus on the north side. Aaron and Yusuf are ingressing. For me, the distance between Yusuf and Aaron are too short. It's too short. This way, when these guys fire on both of them, they go into the defensive at the same time, and both of them are cold. This gives the other side the opportunity to ingress and to chase them, given that they are 4 airframes versus 2. And this is what's happening. Yanyu is chasing them. They have a difficult time to turn back to maintain a lock and fire as the first one, while they're very low. And this is what Yusuf doesn't make to do. Does the right job, doesn't extend, come back because he knows Aaron is far enough and has a chance to grind her. Very well done. I'm not sure what the plan is here, but I don't know what these two guys are doing. Even they're very, very confident in their cam rates. Here Yusuf is having a hard time with this missile, but perfectly dodges it. Finch and Knoll still far away. Here we have 1, 2, 3 missile exchange here. Plasma is quicker, gives him the possibility to go into the cold position on the safe side, but this ET is also not tracking. Senik is very close. He was dodging the other missile, was not concentrated. Dreamwalker comes from 3 o'clock and finishes the job. For the sake of insurance, fires a second missile into the wreckage. Not seeing that plasma is ingressing. Goes down, goes into the split S. And I believe over G's here. Yeah, 9.5 G's. Couldn't recover the aircraft. Goes into the ground. And here on the downside, you have also the exchange of plasma. Sorry, we lost the connection between OBS and Twitch for a couple of seconds. So go back, plasma here with 120 on Wuwei. Which is not tracking anymore. Yeah. See, Yusuf has a good position. Can take down 5G. This is what he's also planning. Has no resolution. Probably no lock. And Wuwei and Kanyana come to help. Missiles are flying everywhere. People are doing very good job in going into defensive, pulling the missiles into the ground, or just dodging them. You see here, same is happening with 5G. Now, Yan Yu has good position here to fire and know what he does, but the missile is getting denied by Null very well. So we have now a 2v4 situation, 3 situation, sorry. Soon 2. As we see here, we lose plasma to Cagnano, which is flying very high. Look at that. 20,000, 1.3 Mach, fired that missile. Plasma has no chance. Now, Wuwei, difficult. It's very difficult when you fly 2 versus 5. They try to do their best. They're very soon down by the missile number of missiles they have. Yusuf here tried to dodge multiple missiles here, as we saw, and I think, goes into the ground while trying to dodge and notch two missiles at the same time. And we saw here Noel doing good job notching that missile and being, even though aggressive, turning into the 1-2-3. He could take him down here. I don't know if he was out of missiles or not. And he get interrupted by 120. But you can't do anything here in that situation. Here we have another exchange. 1-2-3, low, Finch, very high, 24,000. Difficult then to go into the split S. This missile has no clutter, has speed, has height. You're too slow, only 0.9 Mach. Goes into the turn, pull G, reduces the speed, and have no chance. That was it. For me, being neutral, InSky did a better job. I think if that was the strategy to keep a two ship far back, didn't work. If it was no strategy, then I think it was the reason why RedStar was not that powerful that they could be, because they were outnumbered by the other side. That was it for today. Tomorrow we're gonna have also matches. I'm not sure if anyone is going to stream them, because I'm gonna fly in one of those teams, and probably we're gonna have no live stream. It doesn't also make sense that I stream my own match afterwards, not live. So this way, probably we're gonna see no stream tomorrow. We're gonna have some certainty with regards to the points tomorrow, and probably gonna be a change in the table. We'll try to update the tables as soon as the points are calculated and the round is closed. We'd like to thank our sponsors, TACView and Fox 3 Managed Solutions, for making this happen. With that, I would like to thank you for watching and following. This way you cannot miss the future streams. Wish you a beautiful Saturday, and hope to see you soon with another match, another stream next week. Stay safe, and see you in the virtual skies.
Copy both flags.